All right, Simon, it's that time. Pick of the week. Love it.
Yes, it is. And I love talking about this stuff, but I particularly like talking about this type of product because it's one that a lot of people are unfamiliar with. We've promoted high-rise condo developments. We've looked at, different infill and low-rise projects. But this is a way, because there's a lot of people out there that want to invest in real estate, but they're scared of dealing with tenants. So they don't want to go to the traditional route of income properties.
They want passive.
This is a great opportunity for people to be investing with the developers, invest like a developer, get very solid returns, very little risk, and it's very passive. There's no tenants involved. It's just watch your money grow. And here to talk about it in a lot of detail is our good friend Paolo Abate with Real Wealth Group. Paolo, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're dressed up as usual again.
I am.
Yeah, it makes us look bad.
You must love coming here because, of course, you really can help people improve their real estate wealth. How does that feel?
It feels great. The opportunity to impart some knowledge and share my own experiences in the hopes that it does assist others is great.
It's wonderful. Now talk a little bit more about Real Wealth Group. What's it all about?
We are a company that helps Canadians get involved in real estate investments. And the investment that we're talking about today is a mortgage investment. It's something that we've done many times in the past. And we believe that our method of underwriting opportunities and looking at opportunities offers investors the highest level of protection that they can have when getting involved in mortgage investments.
Now, that was going to be my next question, and that is, how do you differ from other real estate investment organizations?
Sure. One of the main differences is that we only underwrite and get involved in projects where our own personal capital and the capital of the company is invested. So we have a very razor-sharp focus in terms of what it is that we like to invest in. And at the very least, we are taking on the same risk that our investors are taking on. And in all cases, it's actually greater risk because we are the equity behind the project.
So let's talk about this pick of the week, this next project. Tell us more.
It's another AAA location. And Paolo, go ahead.
I think that really says it all. The location is AAA. The old adage always rings true. Location, location, location. Here, the project that we're talking about is located at 625 Sheppard Avenue East. More specifically, it's at Bayview and Sheppard in the Bayview Village area.
Not a bad address.
Not a bad address at all. The area is blessed with so many great things like infrastructure. The project is located between two subway stops, one being Bayview subway stop and the other Bessarion. Across from Bayview Village Mall, the YMCA is just around the corner. And the entire Bayview Village area is really, a 10 minutes drive north of some of the most expensive real estate in Canada. Needless to say, the area experiences very strong absorption. There's a lot of demand for residential housing and condominium units, and supply is running out. This is likely one of the very last pieces of infill land that's available for a condominium development.
So let's touch upon the importance of getting in early. We talk about this all the time on the show, and we try and explain the different stages of when developments occur, but maybe you can give your viewpoint on the importance and what you can do for them.
But before Paolo does that, I want to clarify something for people, and I'll tell you why. When we talk about getting in early, it's not just, because people confuse this with just buying a pre-construction condo to get in early. But we're talking about getting in early by literally partnering with the developer and getting involved in construction financing and development financing.
Sure. So, Simon, you make a very good point. Especially when it comes to real estate, getting in early is the key. In this particular case, investors have the opportunity to get in even earlier than pre-construction pricing, really what we would call developer pricing. So investors that do decide to explore this opportunity more and perhaps become mortgage investors will also have the right or option to purchase a unit at developer pricing. And not only that, they will have first priority and first access to those units. So if someone were in the market or is looking to be in the market in that particular area, whether it's 2, 3, or 5 years from now, here is a great way to get involved in an opportunity well before pre-construction pricing and use perhaps some of the the interest income that would be received for making that mortgage investment as part of a future down payment.
So let's walk people through it. How does the mortgage investment work for those people that don't understand? What's the minimum investment? What are some of the perks? What's the term?
Absolutely. So typically, the minimum investment amount would be $25,000, and in exchange for an investor's capital, they receive security against the property, typically by way of a second mortgage. In this particular case, it is a second mortgage against the development lands at 625 Sheppard Avenue. They would also receive monthly income. And typically that rate of return, or that annual rate of return, starts at 8%. So a client that's investing $100,000 would receive $8,000 per year interest income that's paid to them monthly.
And this is also RSP eligible as well?
Yes, it's available for investment inside an RSP, a tax-free saving account, essentially every type of registered vehicle available in Canada.
Now, we're also seeing, and Erin, we've talked about this before, we're also seeing a lot of people now considering this as an option. They can actually borrow against equity in their home, which of course we know we can borrow at 3.5%, invest it in a vehicle that's secured against another real estate asset, and get 8%. So in essence, you can use the bank's money
Fantastic way to leverage.
Make the spread of 4.5%. But let's talk about the project itself. How many stories? What are we building there? What can people expect?
So it's really a luxury boutique residential condominium building. Be about 8 stories and approximately 75 to 80 units. We're in the earlier stages of that development, so we'll be refining exactly
as you move forward.
As we move forward, what those numbers are. But as it stands right now, about 75 to 80 residential condominium units with about 8,000 square feet of retail space on the ground floor.
So we got some good mixed use there. And of course, design, from what the renderings are showing, it's truly beautiful, state of the art.
We are really excited to be working with Teeple Architects, another award-winning, very capable Toronto-based firm, really known for their avant-garde design. And so we're really, really pleased to be working with Stephen Teeple, and really pleased with the design that they've come up with
It's beautiful.
Today.
Okay, Paolo, let's talk a little bit about project timelines. So when somebody says, okay, I want to get in early, here's my money, what are they looking at in terms of timeline?
So we're looking at a 5-year timeline from this moment forward to the completion of the project. So investors initially will be subject to being involved for that amount of time. We have budgeted a 4-year timeline and then left a 1-year buffer should there be any types of unforeseen delays.
Always delays.
There always is. We build those into our projects. So investors, when they're looking at any of the materials behind the mortgage, they'll see a 4-year timeline with the option at the borrower's discretion to extend that for an extra 12 months.
And I think it's important for our listeners to understand then, when they get in and when they put their money forward, it means that in that 4-year window, they cannot remove it. You can't take it out. It's in there.
I always use the example, of a large Canadian bank. If they've committed to you that they're going to loan you, first mortgage money for the purchase or refinance of your home, they're not calling it early. And investors have to be prepared to act in the same way, because they are the bank in this particular case.
Yeah, they're behaving like a bank, and that's a great analogy. But at the same time, we talk about the benefits, Simon, all the time of getting in early. Yeah. And we know when you get in early, and prices are certainly not doing, the dropping here, they're going up. So it means you have that benefit of incredible capital gain, as well as the interest that you're going to accrue from investing in something like this.
Yeah, well, I think it presents 2 opportunities, and Paolo alluded to it, that you could get in as on the mortgage investment side. And, with the volatility of the stock markets, people are happy to see 8% locked in,
all day
secured for 4 years, secured against real estate, and as one of the developer's partners, in essence, you now have access to developer pricing on the condos. So if you also want to invest in a condo
buy one yourself,
for rental, buy one for your own use or for
yeah.
investment, then here's your chance of getting real wholesale level developer pricing. So excellent opportunities. But this is a smaller project, so I imagine this type of issue sells out fairly quickly.
We've had tremendous requests for the real estate already, and so we believe we'll complete our race pretty quickly, and sell those units as well.
So great information and a great opportunity as always. Just to remind our listeners, if you want more information about this project specifically or this type of investment, you can reach out to Paolo. Just go to our website, realestatetalkshow.ca, or call our help desk, 416-366-9090. Just ask for more information about the Real Wealth Group and we'll get that information to you. But Paolo, as always, great job. We'll have to have you back.
I'd welcome the opportunity to come back. Thank you so much.
We love having you. Great job.
Thank you.